Welcome to the podcast. I remember you going live with Beer Biceps, the guy Ranveer Alabazi, and you told me when I came to your office when I was pursuing my course that there you are like Beer Biceps. So I would like to go live with you someday. So here we are today. It's one of my achievements, and I'm glad that you agreed to it. So thank you so much again, and we'll take it from there, please. Yeah. So I want you to address the current situation in the fitness industry today in the world. We'll focus locally and nationally first, because talking of Indian fitness coaches and the Indian gym tracks. So what do you think? What's the scenario and how can we, do to overcome the situation for now?
So I've been on a lot of live Instagram talks, and I think I'm repeating myself again and again.
Mm-hmm.
I got to do that different forum. I got to say the same thing. In any
Yes.
case, what I'm what I'm getting at is sometimes people want to hear things which they.
Right.
So I'm not going to bring to the table anything new right now.
Right. Right.
The lockdowns have just been lifted, so things are a little better than what they were before. But
True.
the thing that you should not lose sight of is when you've been shut down for so long, when you finally open up, don't expect miracles to happen overnight. Uh, this shutdown of services that happened for about 3 months is going to have an impact for at least the next 3 years. But
True.
that we're talking on a macro scale.
Mm-hmm.
Each his own. How do you survive? Finally, you can talk about the situation at large and say, all right, in this situation, me as an individual, what can I do? What are my
Right.
talents?
Right.
Okay, quite frankly, right now, you are doing something for yourself by having me live on this show, correct?
Right.
You are putting yourself out there on social media, and hence, I wouldn't say that you really require guidance about what you're already putting yourself out there.
Right. 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 Right.
Keeping the visibility alive,
Mm-hmm.
okay, going.
Right.
I don't know what would have happened if this kind of a lockdown would have happened, say, 10 years back, or not 10 years back, probably around 30 years back.
30 years back. True.
How would people have put themselves out there? How would people have been relevant in the market when nobody could get out of their homes?
True. Absolutely true.
Everybody at any point in time is selling. Selling goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you may think that I'm doing you this big honor and favor by coming on your platform live,
Mm-hmm.
but being exposed. My word is being heard by people.
True.
Platforms, however big or small, platforms are platforms,
Right.
and must always, if one has certain talents and one has certain wisdom to share, don't refuse any platform based on its size.
Mm-hmm.
Something that I've always believed from the beginning when I used to get called for seminars. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I used to do so many free seminars, and on building terraces, people would call me. People would call me in their homes. I've even given seminars at kiddie parties, and I think I did the right thing at that time because at that time social media wasn't relevant,
Wasn't existing. Right.
and it was important that people knew that I existed and of value to share.
Mm-hmm.
And initially, extreme. I mean, there was no point in chatting because I wanted to say 20 people.
So sorry to cut you off, but I guess your voice is cracking a bit, so maybe the mic is an issue right now. So
Uh,
if you can just check that once, please, because the voice is like cracking a bit.
now,
So I would.
now,
It's better now. Yes. Yeah, it's better. It's better. Yes.
so for me, it would count whenever somebody would call me to talk
Mm-hmm.
on my domain. I would
Mm-hmm.
land, and for me, it was a head count. Today, I spoke to 20 people. Tomorrow, I spoke to 24 people. Today, I got to meet some 20 ladies at a kiddie party. It didn't matter whether 50 or 200.
Right.
And steadily, the platform started increasing in size. The number of people who came to listen to me. But even if I got a small group who would, spend time, people spend money and people spend time. Just you give your service is free of cost. Doesn't mean you're not. People are spending and thinking that you are of some value. Listen to that. What you have to say has some value. That is why they'll
True.
turn up Sunday afternoon to listen to you.
True.
So
Okay.
people get into this thing about how much to charge right now and all that at a very early stage. So I also put myself there and never refused a platform. And quite frankly, sometimes people remember that I gave a lot of value in my talks, but they wouldn't remember my name. And they would actually tell me, would you come to my club, or would you come to my office and speak to me?
Hmm. Hmm.
And I would land up there, and then they would start introducing themselves. They would even ask me in front of the crowd, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. And I would have to say my name. But
It's
the
their loss. It's actually
point,
their loss if
no,
I
no,
have
no,
to see it like that.
you're not getting it. That's not what I mean. I mean,
Hmm.
without my name, they still wanted to call.
Hmm. Just wanted to call you. True. True.
Without knowing my name, they still wanted to call me. They remembered that I spoke something of value, which is why they wanted me to share it with their employees, their club members.
Hmm.
Okay. And so I never took offense to the fact that they asked me my name. But then slowly and steadily, my name started getting known. And if I'd said no, and if I'd had some ego hassles about doing that. So right now, what I'm saying is that in the day and age of social media, it's so easy to put yourself out there. The one
It's a
thing,
blessing. It's a
the
blessing
one
for us. Yeah.
thing that the lockdowns do is they make you disappear. You need to stay relevant. You
Hmm.
need to, the lockdown is going to be lifted, but during the lockdown, people don't forget you. That's very important. So number one, what you're doing right now is the right thing. You're out to people. You're calling me. You're using. So you're a K11 student. So you're actually using your influence in K11 to get me. It's very simple. Your student calls. I can't say no. I told you that. So
True. True.
whatever
True.
you're
True. Yeah.
right thing. And as far as the lockdowns are concerned, technology has been a big savior because earlier, without these kind of video conferencing tools today, so right now we managed to restart our batches of education to a class from home only because we
Hmm.
live in the day and age of, as I said, if this thing would have happened about 20, 30 years back, there
Can't
was
even
no
imagine.
attempt
Can't
to
even
come.
imagine that. True.
These incredible, incredibly unprecedented problem that has come about has come about at a time when the technology is able to at some level. I guess we need to be mindful about that. Now, connecting it to exactly what its relevance has for the fitness
Hmm.
industry, like the restaurant industry, like the travel industry, like the airline. Finally, everybody shut down. So I can't say that this is certainly did by getting the because people have to eat. So that basically were about Indians. They uh, uh, talk about travel.
So your voice is again cracking a bit. So maybe there's some disturbance in the background or something. So I want people to listen to your story because I know you personally. I've met you thrice. So yeah, I want
So
people to know about it.
please let me know whenever the volume or the
True, true, true. I'll let you know, sir. Please. I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't like interrupting you because to watch you speak is
okay.
something. It's just yeah.
My marketing is there online, and he thinks it may be your mic causing a problem.
My
So
mic.
yeah, or maybe
Can
causing
you
a
hear me?
disturbance. I
Can
can
you
hear you.
hear me now? Okay.
No, no, yeah.
Okay.
The, my voice is not clear due to the mic, is what Arjun thinks. So check that out.
Okay.
Am I
I
clear?
will. You're clear, sir. You're clear. Am I clear?
Yeah,
Am I audible enough?
okay,
All right. All right. All right. I'll try holding my mic because I keep it here.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I was saying that we are not unlike any other industry that's gotten affected. I mean, it's not that just the gyms have been told to shut down. There have been
Mm-hmm.
that have been told to shut down. Since travel and tourism is going to be probably the last to see any signs of a recovery. People are not going to travel for the longest time. For,
True.
Right now, I've got some work due to which I'll need to go to Calcutta. But though I may get an airline to go to Calcutta, if I go there, the first 15 days I'll have to be in a quarantine. Those are the kind of rules that exist. So travel
True.
is a big hit. Then my head office landlord, may God help him, poor guy. He was doing well. He's so good at events, but the events industry again is going to be the absolute last to open. I'm sure that we all know that the gyms open up much earlier.
Hmm. I guess Arjun sir is telling me to switch off my mic, so I'll switch off my mic and I'll come live like this.
Yeah.
Am I loud enough? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
Clearer, clearer.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. So at my landlord's the landlord of the head office, his business is events, and he very and imagine his state right now. He's got equipment worth crores of rupees lying down. Companies, even after they start operations, are not going to think about it because of budget. So there are other industries that are more impacted than film, which probably will open up in a fashion in about uh, probably a month or so. They'll open up. Probably a month, probably 2 months, but they'll open up. In other parts of the world, the gyms have already started opening up. All that stuff. And maybe right now, I the world Health Organization put out a statement saying that it's improbable and extremely rare for asymptomatic people to be able to transfer the virus onto somebody. That asymptomatic people, even if they have the virus infection, but if they're asymptomatic, they can't really have people that they can't really sort of. It's not going to be contagious through the people who are asymptomatic. So, having said that, things may change drastically over the next. Currently, what do you do? So, currently, uh, the thing is that you should not panic about the future because the demand for fitness services, demand for being healthy, has actually. Now, there is a word called as penetration in the market. That means that if uh, apparently some less than 1% of the Indian population, and I'm sure that's a jump, right? Because people have.
Voice is still cracking a bit. I guess we need to come live again. There's some problem with the connection error and it's very low. Like I can't hear you properly as well. So
Let
I'll
me know.
try connecting my mic again. I'll come live with you again. I'll send you a request.
Sure.
All right.